Hey guys, welcome back to Ivy Crypto. Hope you're all having a fantastic day. Today I want to make a quick video and talk about some Cardano NFT projects that are coming up that I think are going to be massive. Now it's important to note guys, this is not financial advice and I am not a financial advisor. But if you've been watching the videos recently, you know I go on and on about NFTs and the opportunities that will come from them. Now NFTs are blowing up right now. So it's really important to tell you guys that it is a volatile space. But then again, crypto as a whole is volatile. So I don't want to encourage people to get into this space, but I will tell you that if you find the right opportunities, there is a lot of money to be made. Now, personally, in the last 10 days, I've made about $1,000 from NFTs with an investment of probably $100. Now, that's nearly a 10x from my investment, which is pretty impressive in 10 days. That's more than what some people make working a fortnight, depending on where you work. So it's really important though that you never invest money that you need and that you do your research. Especially with these projects, guys, a lot of these are hyped. It's all about the marketing, it's all about the community, and it's all about getting in when people are talking about it. Now, if you've been following the NFT space, you've got Bored Apes, you've got CryptoPunks, you've got, those are the really, really big ones. But there's other projects that have been around that have also been doing really well. Now, personally, the first one I got into was Meta Guardians on Ethereum, and that's, served me very well. But I haven't flipped those yet because I think it's early days. And whilst some of these projects you should hold on to for a little while, a lot of them are quick flips. Don't be naive and hold on to your NFTs because you will end up either being stuck with them or having to sell at a loss. Now, before I get into the projects, guys, I just wanted to highlight two websites that I use to find projects early. I am not sponsored by any of these websites or any of these projects. These are purely my opinions. The first one is CNFTcalendar.com. You can easily go on here, scroll through the days, and see what projects are coming up. Now, obviously, it's got all their details once you click a project, their website, their Discord, and their Twitter, which are the three key things you need to look at with these projects. What's their following? Are people active and are people buzzing about it? And that's the main thing that all the projects I'm going to talk about today have in common. Now, the next website is Whencnftcom. This one here is a little bit more graphical. I'm not really sure how it looks on the mobile considering, how much graphics is on it. But again, it's got some different projects on it that may not be on the other website. So I recommend checking both of these out. So let's get to the important part of the video, guys. What projects am I looking forward to in this space? Now, these are in no particular order, and I just wanted to get them all out there. The first one is Adaheads. Now, Adaheads has nearly 1,500 followers on Twitter, and it's got 580 followers on Discord. The reason I find this one really interesting is because the first drop is only 333 NFTs. Now, whilst most other projects are in the thousands, this one here is really, really small. Now, the total drop for these will be 1,600 Adaheads. There'll be 5 rarities, live minting, random drop, etc, etc. Now, these are a little bit on the more expensive side considering, NFTs can be quite cheap. They're $45 per mint. So personally, I'll probably only buy one of these and hope to get a rare, but this is definitely one that I'll be watching because of the scarcity of it. Up next, we've got a big one. Baby Alien Club. I think this one here is going to do very, very well. And this one here is giving me Tiger Society vibes, which sold out only in a couple of minutes. Now, smashing 5,000 followers on Twitter and nearly 10,000 followers on Discord. I remember following these guys when they only had a couple of thousand. Now, this one here is going to be quite big. They haven't said how much these are going to cost, but I do know you can only buy one per transaction, and there's a couple of rare ones as well, this one being one and this one being the other. So this one here is going to sell out very quickly. If you're in the NFT space, highly recommend checking out Baby Alien Club. Up next, we've got Gingerbread Squad. So this one here has got about 1,200 followers on Twitter and about nearly 3,000 followers on Discord. Now, again, guys, most of this is coming from a point of popularity, like we saw with Crypto Dads, like we saw with Meta Guardians, like we see with Tiger Society and Clays and all these sorts of things. It's all about how many people want it versus how many NFTs there actually are. Not to mention, if you get it rare, of course, you'll be lucky and you can sell that for a giant profit. A lot of these ones here, I'm not going to lie, they may not necessarily be the nicest looking, as in they may not be your cup of tea, but remember, don't get emotionally attached to these. If you're in it for the flip and the money, if it's popular and people like it, it doesn't matter what your opinions on it are. And that's the most important thing to remember in these. So gingerbreads. Now up next we have Nomies. They have 1,200 followers on Twitter and over 3,400 on Discord. Now guys, with followers, mostly on Twitter, don't be fooled by the number. Look at the interaction, look at the community interaction, are people talking about it, are people responding, and not just to the competitions, because everybody responds to the competitions. And that's why I prefer to look at Discord in terms of deciding whether I think something's going to do well, because they do tend to have, you have to go onto Discord, you don't have to be active, but it's not one of these platforms where you can buy followers, which tends to happen on Twitter. Now, I'm not saying that's what this project is doing, but I think it's important to think about that before you go and invest your money. Now up next, another one that I think is going to be really popular, and that is Stone Age Hooligans. Currently at 2,500 followers on Twitter and nearly about to clock 4,000 members on Discord. Now this one here is still not due for another couple of weeks, so I think we're going to see some massive growth on this one. I like the look of them. They sort of remind me of Crypto Dads mixed with Bored Apes, mixed with a couple of other popular projects. But still another 14 days to go before this one comes out. I think this one's going to be huge, just like Baby Alien, just like Tiger Society and all of them. Now up next we have the attack on Vitalik. Now this one here is a bit of an odd one. The website's still under construction, and they actually sold some comic books in August, which they sold out of. But I just think these look really cool. They don't have a massive engagement just yet, but I do think that there will be people grabbing these, and I don't think there'll be a lot of them. So in terms of scarcity and all that sort of stuff, I'm really interested to follow this project and see what comes of it. Then we have Ada Ninjas. Now, only 872 followers on Twitter, but they've got over 2,400 members on Discord, which is quite a lot, especially considering the lack of followers on Twitter. But I do like this one. I think the graphics are really cool. And again, it's giving me vibes of some of those Ethereum projects that have done really well. Now, it's important to note, guys, in this NFT space, a lot of these projects won't do well. And there's so many of them. So it's really important to find ones that have a buzz, that have a community. You've got to remember that a lot of the people coming over to the Cardano space are because they can't afford Bored Apes, they can't afford CryptoPunks, they can't afford a lot of these projects that are selling for mega bucks over on Ethereum and OpenSeas. So they're coming over to Cardano and finding projects when they launch, because that's when you're going to get the best deals. So Ada Ninjas, I think, is going to do very well as well. And lucky last is Yummy Universe. Now, I think this one is going to go bonkers. I think the theme of it is going to do really well with certain top parts of the world. And I just think they look really cool. They're going to appeal to all sorts of people, different demographics. And yeah, I'm really, really excited for Yummy Universe. And I think these guys are probably not going to launch until they have implemented smart contracts, purely for the fact that it'll be easier for them. And they have over 10,000 followers on Twitter, pretty massive. I think people are really, really excited about this one. And they have 3,000 members on Discord. But I do think this one's going to do really well. So I look forward to seeing them. So guys, that's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to give the video a big thumbs up. I would love to hear your opinion on some of these projects. Is there any NFTs on Cardano that you recommend me to check out? If so, be sure to leave me a comment, subscribe to the channel, and as always, watch this space.